morning, everybody. This is Charles Gardner coming to you again from the home offices of Synergy Strength Systems, doing part 2 of my series on how to train women or anybody. I got a couple requests on Facebook to kind of expand on that a little bit, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to talk about some physiological differences between men and women when it comes to certain movements, such as the squat, the deadlift, and the bench. And for all you science geeks out there, you're going to love this. But I'm going to make it very simple for those of you who don't like all the sciencey stuff. Just going to keep it really easy. Okay, now, if you guys out there have ever watched your woman walk or any other female walk on the street, you probably noticed that their hips move like this. They twist when they walk, okay? Now, that's due to what they call a floating mechanism. I'm sure there's a more technical term for it, but like I said, I'm going to keep it simple. Their pelvises float. Now, if you ever watch a guy walk, ladies, if you ever watch a guy walk, or if you're just paying attention to how people walk, period, you're going to notice that guys don't do that. They don't twist when they walk. That's because we don't have that floating mechanism. That's there for childbirth and some other things. But as far as performance goes, when it comes to your squat and your deadlift, because they have a floating pelvis, it allows movement of the hips in that direction. They're able to assume that butt out position for, say, the squat or the deadlift a lot easier. They're able to go into anterior tilt a lot easier than guys are. So that's part of the reason why, from a physiological standpoint. Now, from a hormonal standpoint, they have more androgen receptors in the hip region, which leads to better strength gains there. That's also due to for childbirth reasons and all that stuff. Now, if we move over to the bench press, the reason why guys are better at that, most of us have broader shoulders. There are some guys who have narrower shoulders, but in most cases, our shoulders are wider than female shoulders. Reason for that is we have more androgen receptors up top than we do down below. That makes us stronger up top. Now, that's not to say that we can't squat or deadlift or anything like that, and that's particularly why I have a guy up here. We're still trying to get his squat in, but his toes are higher, and from a hormonal standpoint, that is directly related to testosterone over estrogen. Okay, that's part of the reason why guys, well, that's the main reason why guys are stronger than females. But like I said, when you're looking at it from a perspective of physiological differences, that's part of the reason why women are naturals when it comes to the deadlift and the squat. And the bench, guys are usually better because width of the shoulders, clavicles, and whatnot, unless there are structural problems like being hunched over like this, from either doing too much bench pressing or too much typing. Now that can affect anybody, but that's going to be later on in the series. Just kind of gave you a little too much on that. But when you're looking at the squat and the deadlift, just remember physiological differences are going to come into play